Hey guys, it's Heather the Crochet Witch. How are you guys doing today? Personally, I am very tired. I did just wake up a little bit ago from like a 4-hour nap, which is sometimes a full night's sleep for me. But before that, I was up for a very long time. I don't know how long, a very long time. Because I found out after a lot of you guys did, it's late to the party this year, about the Hobby Lobby clearance, which when Damon and I went to Michael's, if you guys saw my Michael's clearance video, a lot of you guys were finding Hobby Lobby clearance then. I got home and that night found out about it. And I was like, oh, I could have just shot myself in the foot, I guess, about it. Because I was like, we were right near Hobby Lobby. I should have checked our Hobby Lobby, which when you hear my story, I would have wasted my time anyway. That store does not, as of today, June 13th, 2022, have it going on yet. But I didn't know that. And that was a Thursday night. And then I worked Friday, I worked Saturday, and I had decided Monday we're going to go and look. Well, Abby has her medicine at a certain time of day and all this, so there's certain times that we can go. So we could have either went after 2 o'clock in the afternoon, or we could have went early enough in the morning to get back by 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So that being said, of course, we decided to go in the morning, which means I didn't sleep Sunday night so that I could go first thing Monday morning. So David and I were going to go drive there I decided to go, I know you guys don't know my directional pointing from or what stores, but we decided to go to the Hobby Lobby that's this direction because that always seems to be the one that has the less yarn shoppers, because even if it goes on clearance before I get there, there always seems to be the most of it there. So I told them I think that's our best bet is to go there. And they always, until this year, seem to be like the friendliest, probably because the store that way, and I guess that way doesn't have, there's 2 stores that way. Those 2 stores, I think they just have more yarn shoppers that get there for the sale, and I think they're just a little more frazzled, which goes back to my story, a couple of weeks ago with Joanne's about just like, I'm sorry that happens, but it sucks when you can really tell because they're in bad moods and everything, and you're not the shopper that bothers them about stuff. But because they're usually pretty frazzled in those 2 stores by the time that I get there. So I try to have no interaction with them if possible. Just go in, get my stuff, and go. Like the cashiers aren't so bad; they're not really frazzled by it. But like the poor yarn department people, they're just like, you can tell the people that work in the yarn department, and they're just like. So we head this way. We're going to, I should say. And Damon decided before he went to bed to do me a solid, and he called all 3 of the surrounding area stores. So this one that we were headed to says, this is how they put it to him. He said, "Hi, can I talk to your yarn department?" Connect him with the yarn department. "Hi, I was wondering if you started your big yarn clearance sale." She says, "We have clearance." So he took it as, yes, we started the sale. And that's what he told, like he told me what was said, and he'd already hung up, and I was like, okay, all right. So they, we'll take it as that and go. But I guess she had followed that up with anything else. So she was just... So, and the other 2 had said, like, we haven't started it yet. One of them said they didn't know when they were going to get it started, and the other one said sometime later in the week, which is fine. Like, that's fine. It'll suck because I worked the rest of the week after tomorrow. Well, after today when you're seeing this, but it is what it is. So David and I get in the car, we drive that way, and get up there, and I'm looking, and I mean, I had been like watching several of you guys' if you guys have put out videos showing what you have found for hauls or showing at your store what has been on sale. I've probably watched it. Just to get an idea like of what's there, because I'm trying to be pretty choosy like of what I would want, because again, not trying to like restock a bunch of stuff, especially stuff like I've learned over the years, like what I do want, don't want, that kind of thing, which I think a lot of people are trying to be a little more conscious of now that there's been like such great opportunities to grab up a bunch of stuff. And I looked like, and I'm looking, and because like, you know, the excitement when you first get there, you're like, especially if you're with somebody. So like I'm with David, and I'm like, oh, I guess start looking for those orange stickers, you know, like excitement, like this is my Christmas or whatever, you know, something exciting, you know. And I look, and like I'm just like, those are supposed to be on clearance. And I'm like, those are supposed to be on clearance. Which at first I was kind of like, okay, not every store is going to be, but like I would have assumed some of the colors were, and not every store is going to like start out that way. And I'm trying to keep that in mind. Like maybe only a couple things are priced, but I was like, this lady definitely told him we have clearance. So let's go take a look further down or whatever. So keep looking. And I'm pointing out in my head, like, I'm like, okay, I know those things in this video were on clearance. Those things in this video were on clearance. I know that and this video was on clearance. You know, I'm just like inventorying in my head, like nothing has stickers. And I'm telling David, like, do you see any stickers? Like nothing has stickers. And there's like this lady who I have seen at least 2 years worth of sales, right? And she's taking inventory of a worker there, I mean, and she's taking inventory of what's going on. And like stocking shelves, you know, like bringing stuff to the front, straightening things. And she's watching me. And she's watching me like this as I'm walking around. And I'm thinking in my head, like, she knows what I'm looking for, you know, 'cause she's done this. Like, I had a conversation with her last year, so I know she was here for that. So I'm walking around, and I'm kind of confused, and I'm like, I wonder if Damon talked to her, because she's the yarn department lady, you know. And I'm walking around and get to the second aisle, and I'm like, nothing is on clearance, like nothing. And at this point, I had been up for, I don't know, a very long time. I was so tired. I was like falling out tired. And I tell David, like, I kind of want to ask her, like, somebody told our roommate you guys were starting the clearance, like, are you? Or like, do you know when you're going to? Did you mean you were starting it today? Or, and I said, but like, I'm tired. I don't want to like bother people. So he says, I will, because he works in retail too. And he's like, I'll ask her. So I kind of stood by, and, you know, he asked her. And this lady, whom I know has been there for at least a year of the sales, and I am certain has been there for multiple years of it. He's like, excuse me, we were wondering if you guys had started the big yarn sale. And she's like, or the big yarn clearance. And she goes, we always have clearance going on. And he goes, oh. And he was, I mean, bless his heart, you know, but he's a yarn husband, right? So it's not like he was like, well, this, you know, like, when you starting this, and he was just like, oh, okay. And she goes, you'd have to look for the red clearance tags, and they're not going to be on the regular shelves. They'll be in the corners of the sewing department and over in whatever other section. Like, she was basically, you know, when they put any item, when they clearance out like an item and they go and put it in their little clearance section, that's what she was explaining to him, like he was dumb. And I was like, this woman knows what he's asking. Like, I know that she knows, but I was just dumbfounded and very sleep deprived at the time. So, and I don't like to make a scene. I'm never going to be that person being like, what are you talking about, lady? I know that that's not me ever. So I was like, as he's talking to her, just like, and I'm looking at her like, I know that you know. You know that I know that you know. And she looked at me and she was like, so I was like, okay. And when he came back over to me, and I know she must have heard me. And I go, well, that's not true, because they're always on the main shelves, and she's the one that did this sale last year. And I didn't say anything else though, because like I said, I don't want to start trouble. But like, I know some of you guys have said in some Facebook groups and stuff that like people seem to not want to tell that information, and I would understand not wanting to get like just bothered about it. But like in my business, if people call for a certain item that we have, like which of this set do you have or whatever, I would appreciate the call or just the customer asking when it starts or when we're selling this, rather than like bombarding us every day for things. So like, I don't understand not wanting to give out the information. And like, if you don't have it, that's fine. Like the other stores, they didn't know, and like that's totally fine. But like, to pretend that you don't know, like to pretend that you don't even know what she's talking, like what somebody's talking about, what he was talking about, that just, like, come on now. Like, I don't know. That really rubbed me the wrong way, I guess. Do you guys know what I mean? Like, she could just say, I don't know what it is, but like, she just talked to him like he was dumb, and like, that bothered me a lot. Like, I don't know. Maybe it's because I was overly tired and I was emotional about it, but I was just like, don't talk to him like he's dumb when we both know that you know what he's asking. Like, so anyway, so we left the store, and notice the name of the video is still Hobby Lobby Haul. We decided to go to the pet store. Because we have for those of you who don't know, we have a snake. So we had to get the snake some food. And David ran in to grab it because I love having our snake, but the reason why before I was with David, I didn't have a snake of my own is because I cannot feed it the food that it requires. So like, while I love having it, I couldn't feed it because I love little mice and stuff too. So David takes care of that part. So he went in to get the food. I stayed in the car, and the thought hit me. I was like, let me call the Grand Rapids store that's further away than that. Let me call them and see, because we have time to get there if we wanted to, if they started it. But my intent wasn't to go there. I was just thinking they might be in the same like division, and maybe they would at least have some information like when it was starting, or, you know, worst case scenario is they would also not know, or hopefully not be mean. So I called, and oh my gosh, that girl was so nice. She was so sweet. I called and asked to be connected to the yarn department, and I was like, I was wondering if you had started your clearance markdown for your yarn, your big markdown. And she said, actually, we have. And she said, it's a little bit more sparse than when we started, but I would say there's quite a bit here still. And I said, oh, thank you. I said, sorry, I wouldn't bother you. I said, but I am coming all the way from, insert my town's name here. And she's like, oh. And then she goes, you know, hang on for just a second, and I would be happy to go do a walk around and see what's left. And I was like, you don't have to do that. It's okay. And she said, I don't have a problem at all doing that. And I was like, you're so nice, like so nice. And so she did. And she came back and she's like, yeah, she said, just as I thought, you know, it's more sparse, which I love that word. It's like my word of the day now. She said it's more sparse than it was obviously to begin with, but there's quite a bit left. And I was like, oh, thank you so much. And she's told me the name of 2 other stores in their area. And she's like, you could try them too, which I was way too tired, and we had to get back to Abby, and we then now had snake food in the car, so we could not go to those also, but it was a good, like, keep that in mind kind of thing. But we got there, and as she said, like David did say we could go, so as we got there, and as she said, there was yarn, and I did not get everything that I had hoped to get, but I did get some of it. I'm pretty happy with what I did get, and I'm still gonna try the stores that way this week if I can. Like, if I can manage to get up before work, if our nights at work are not too long. And tomorrow, which is today when you're seeing this, I might try the store with the lady in it again. Maybe they've started it since they seem to, like, stores in a chain seem to be like this side of this, like, if that store's doing it, the next few do it, and like those stores that way, if one's doing it, the others seem to do it. So maybe, like, I don't know the rhyme or reason for Hobby Lobby and when each store does it by any means, but like that just sort of seems to be the pattern. But now that we've had story time for like 15 minutes, let me show you what I did get. It's far less, like, each year that I've shown you guys what I got, I know you surely have to remember, like, my first few hauls where I had, like, at one point I had it on the couch in my husband's guitar room. Just like the whole couch was full, loaded full. It's nowhere near that. I ended up with, she put them in 4 bags, and the cashier was so nice at the store too. Like, I love this store. She put them in 4 bags, but they did not fill the 4 bags by any means. She just wasn't trying to overload each one of the bags. But I'll show you what I got. And I'll if I remember, I'll tell you, like, what I didn't find that I was hoping to find. Hopefully I can find some at the other stores. Especially, like, there's I think 2 that I was, like, really hoping to find that I did not. So I found one colorway of the hand-dyed yarn that there was several still there, but one that, like, kind of called to me. I wasn't trying to get, like, a bunch. Of the Yarn Bee Authentic hand-dyed. This is, I believe this is the colorway. Yeah, the color is called Ashen Mist. So there is, let's see if I can get it to focus on the specs. If not, I'll read them off real quick, because I don't know how well you can see that. Let's see, this is a 1-weight yarn. The suggested hook size is does that say a C yarn? Holy cow, that is small writing. Usually I don't have a problem with that. It's a C yarn. This is 100% superwash merino, 100 grams, 400 yards, 365 meters, 3.5 ounces. Suggested needle size is a US 2.5, which is a 3 millimeter. And here is a better look at it. I did get 2 of these, which this was my second or third choice. The ones that I really wanted were probably ones that everybody wanted. The black is the one I wanted the most, that had, like, the rainbow in it, right, of colors. And then there was a gray one that also had the rainbow of colors in it. Those just seem very 80s to me, and I really, really, really wanted them for that purpose. But I did end up with 2 of these, and these are really fun and really pretty also. So I am happy with those. And like I said, I wasn't trying to, like, overdo it with the hand-dyed yarn either, since I have quite a bit, as you know, of, like, knit crate yarns and such. I was not going to try to overdo that, but I had 2 of those. And then the thing that I think I wanted, one of the ones that I wanted the most, like, and I would have bought, like, every single, actually, I did buy every single ball, but there wasn't much of it left. I would have bought, no matter what was there, I would have bought any of them on clearance, I really badly wanted the Chloe yarn. So they had 2 colorways left. I think they have, I want to say 4 or 5 different colors on clearance. I know they have at least 3, because the one I had my eye on was the green and blue one, but that was all gone. I think they have 4 or 5 though. This one, isn't that beautiful? This is Royal Orchid, and they had 2 of these, and I got them both. So pretty. This is, I think it is 70% wool and 30% viscose, 30% viscose. Yes. Does it say the size on here anywhere that I can see it? This is listed as a size 4 in roving, but it is roving, I should say. It is, to me, it's kind of like the Red Heart Unforgettable though. Like I would call this a size 3. I do not find it a size 4, even for roving, when roving can get thicker and thinner. I think for the majority, I think this is a size 3. But it's so pretty. And like I said, they had 2 of these, and I grabbed both of those. And then the other color that they had is in the color Spring Petals. And they had 3 of these. The other 2 were worse for wear, but I did grab them. I can just roll them into a ball or straighten them out better. But I picked the best one to show you guys. But it is beautiful, is it not? Aren't they pretty? I was glad that they were not getting rid of every color of this, because I love the Chloe yarn, and can you guys hear the thunder? We've been getting thunder and lightning and rain and hail in some areas, not in our exact area, but we had a warning go through. I had this huge warning on my phone for hail earlier. So some areas have been getting it, but like we lost electricity earlier for just a little bit, enough to be annoying, you know? So luckily, knock on wood, that came back on. But yeah, anyway, so it's thundering again now, I hear. So I got 3 of those. So I ended up with 5 Chloes altogether. These would actually go together in something, maybe. It's really pretty, anyway. Okay. And then I didn't expect to find this there once things were slightly picked over. And there was 2 ladies that were shopping together, that had a cart, just a huge cart full already. So I didn't know what was left. And there was, one lady that was there that was already in the I love this yarn section. Like I'm going to tell you right now, I did not get one single I love this yarn, because I think that lady had beat me to every single one of them. So that's okay. Good for her. But, and I thought she had beat me to the Soft and Sleeks too. They had the sparkly black. So that's the one that I was absolutely hoping to find. And I got 3 of these. They had 4 of the natural brown. It was like a brown and white and cream one. I left that. I did leave quite a bit still behind from me too, because like I said, I was trying to be pretty selective. But so there was still some of the Soft and Sleek low pilling yarn left. But this was, I should tell you the prices. This was 99 cents, and it was regularly $3.99. The Chloe yarns were $1.74, and they were regularly $6.99. And then the hand-dyed yarns were regularly $14.99. They were $3.74. That's insane, you guys. Insane. Okay. And then I had decided to try this yarn. Like I've seen it because I did the walkthrough with you guys. If you've seen my little like mini series of Hobby Lobby walkthrough videos. But I had not thought to pick it up, but this was on clearance. Normally $4.99. This was $1.24, but I got the soft standard, and this is in the color Fern Leaves. In the right lighting, it almost looks mustardy yellow, but it is like a yellowy green. It's very like, it's like that 70s green, really, is what it is. It's very pretty, like not too dark either. So it's really, really pretty. I like it. It was the only color that I saw on sale, and so they have other colors there. So I figured if I go to use it, I think if I didn't say, because I don't know what I'm saying sometimes, they had 3 of these, so I got 3 of them, but they had other colors, so I figured if I go back, if I could maybe find like an actual mustardy gold or brown to go with this, that would be gorgeous, would it not? Maybe the 2 together, or like an orange and a brown. Oh, that'd be so pretty. So it's very soft. This is, I believe, 100%. No, this is 70% acrylic and 30% polyamide. And it is a light 3 yarn, which, yeah, I would say it is a 3-weight yarn. It's not terribly light though. Like, it's a good size 3-weight. So I bet it would have a really nice drape to it. It's got a pretty nice spin on it. It's very soft. So I think I'm going to really like working with this. So I got 3 of those. And then this yarn was pretty picked over, but they did have, actually the 2 colors that I wanted were there. The Urban Chic Yarn Bee, which I have had some of this in the past. I still have a few from a couple other sales, not because I don't want to use them, but because like I really like them. I love looking at them, which I know it's terrible to keep them around for that reason, but like I really like them. I have used some of them. Like I had only one single skein of this like dark blue mixed one, and I used that for some dragon egg bags, and they turned out so pretty. Like if I remember right, I think that I made one for Sandy actually and it was from the dark blue version, like a turquoise dark blue of the Urban Chic yarn. But they turn out so pretty. So if you make dragon egg bags and you like the colors of Urban Chic yarn, this is a good yarn to use for it, because just the way the colors mix up in it, it looks so cool. But anyway, this Urban Chic is called Golden Grace. And I could have swore I picked up 4 of these, but I mean, I got all that was left, but I guess there was only 3, so I have 3 of these. How pretty. That is such a heather color. If I could find, is this listed? This is listed as a light 3. It is definitely a light 3. If I could find like a compatible, like an orange yarn to go with this, oh my God. That would be the perfect companion yarn, like to stripe in with it on something. Oh my God, that's beautiful. These are 78% acrylic and 22% cotton. So they're really nice. I like them a lot. The other one, I was very surprised to see this one. Very surprised. I figured this would be just gone. This is the Urban Chic in the color Caribbean Vibes. It's a little bit worse for wear, but it's not terribly bad. And it's got these bright, fun colors mixed with white. And I don't actually care what it's called. To me, this color is Mad Max all day long for you Stranger Things fans. Like, I am just like renaming this my Mad Max yarn. But I was able to get 4 of them. And it kind of looked like there was only 4 of them to begin with, because that's about how many seemed to fit in that shelf area that they had these in. So, I mean, maybe they had others, but I don't know. I got them anyway. I got all 4 of them. And if I make it to another sale where they have some, I would probably get some more. I would totally make a Mad Max blanket out of this. Isn't that just gorgeous? My Stranger Things make-along is coming. If I can get my hands on more, maybe that is what I'll do. Actually. Love it. And did I say, I know I told you what the soft and sleek was. Yep, $4.99 for the soft standard, which is $124. Both of the Urban Chics were $5.49 normally and reduced to $137. Such good prices. Such good prices. And then I only saw one color of the Tender Touch, but I have wanted to try this for so long and just not like, I just haven't. I don't know, maybe because I haven't been trying to buy up an excess of yarn and found a good reason to buy it like at full price or even just for the 30% off. But like When it was normally $3.99 and it was only 99 cents, I thought, why not? But I didn't see any other colors on clearance. So either they were gone or this was the only one. But the Tender Touch is kind of, it reminds me a lot of the, is it called Hint of Alpaca that they have? Or is that the Lion Brand one? Their Touch of Alpaca? The Hobby Lobby version is either Hint of Alpaca or Touch of Alpaca or whatever. It's got a little bit of the hair, you know, because it's fuzzy. This reminds me of the acrylic version of that because it's got just a little bit of halo, also like that. It's very soft, but it's 100% acrylic. And this is in the color mustard, and I did get 5 of these. I got all of them because I figured if it was the only one, and it's oh, now it's lightning out. And can you hear the thunder? The rain's picked up too, so anyway, sorry. It says it's a 5 bulky. I guess it's because of the halo, because the yarn itself isn't terribly thick. It might be a bit bigger than a 4, I suppose, but it's not terribly thick. But yeah, 5 of these, so if I don't mix another color with it, I got enough to do something pretty nice in a single color. And then I did only find one of these, which was so sad. I hope in another sale that I can find more of these. If not, I seriously might put it out here and see if any of you guys find them. Could I buy them off you, or could I trade them? Because I do have others of these from other years. So like if I have a color that you like, I dearly wanted to get more than one of these. The Sweet Minis called It's Fall, Y'all. So it's like the Halloween one. I thought, how gorgeous would a big shawl made of this be? But they only had one. Like I'm actually considering, to the point, if I went to the one store and they still didn't have the sale, I'm considering buying it at full price because I really want these. They were $4.29 regular though, and they're on clearance. They're only $1.07. But I do really want some of these. Like I want a few more of these to make a shawl. I do have the pack that I always said looked kind of retro-y. That I think it's green, brown, and yellow. I have quite a few of those if anybody has these and wants to trade them. I'm just saying, if I don't find any more, because I do want these really bad. But that's the Halloween color ones, and I found one of those. And I got one of these, but I am almost certain I've used this before, and I think I have an extra 1.5 or so of these. Sorry, I had to restart that, or the video would be my mouth moving and then the sound talking in a few minutes. After I hit that like 30-some mark, my phone cuts over and it does a weird thing. So we're back. Anyway, I found one of these, and I think they clearanced out every color of these. So unless they're gonna like just totally redo the colors and bring in more, I think they might be getting rid of this yarn, and I love this yarn. I have a pattern that I still need to put out and do a tutorial for, but it's a pocket shawl that I call the Gramps pocket shawl. Currently, it might have a different name by the time it comes out. I don't know, but it's done with the fireplace comfort. It's basically the Hobby Lobby version of Scarfy yarn, which is in my top 5 favorite yarns. If you've seen that video, you would already know that, I'm sure. Or if you just know anything about me, I'm sure you already know that. But this one is a beautiful purple. This one is actually called Veiled Amethyst. Look at the different purples, and there's some blue mixed in. It's just so pretty. I did make one of my tutorials, one of my hats, my hat and scarf is made out of this. It is Is it here? I'll put the name down below to which one it is. I don't remember. It's not the Silent Night set. Destination Anywhere. I don't need to put the name down below. My Destination hat and scarf, or hat and cowl set, is made with this yarn. I don't think the tutorial is, because I used a lighter yarn, but the picture on the pattern that I have is made with this yarn, because I really liked it, and so that's how I know I had some at some point. So anyway, long story long, I had one of those that they had. I'm hoping to find more at some other stores. And then, oh my God, I cannot believe they had this many. This is, the name of this is Mod/12. Let's see if it'll focus on that. I don't know why that is the name. This is so beautiful though. This is like, I don't know, like a Caribbean sunset, or look at it. It's like the beautiful blue mixed with just like a rainbow of like sunset colors. Oh, that is one of the most gorgeous yarns I think I've ever seen. And it's in a roving style yarn. It's basically a rainbow scarfie. It's so pretty. And they had 8 of these. They had two like areas full, and considering like some of them were gone or some of them only had, I left one fireplace comfort behind because there was only one of it, and it was a color I didn't even have any of. So I just left it. Figured somebody who might want to make a hat or something could benefit from it, I guess. I don't know. And I was trying very hard not to clear shelves and all that, but all of the fireplace comfort that I wanted, I grabbed all, because they might be getting rid of it and I love it, and somebody had already gotten to quite a bit of it, because I know the colors of the fireplace comfort, and yeah, quite a bit of it was already gone. But for some reason nobody wanted this, or they just put it out. I don't know which, but God, look at that. That is gorgeous. Look at those colors. Mod 12. I don't get the name. I would have definitely called this like Caribbean sunset, but very pretty. So I got 8 of those. And then the last fireplace comfort I got is called Sweater Weather, and it is this beautiful like gray and black toned one. Isn't that just beautiful? This is gonna be definitely another this might be another of the Gramps pocket shawls, actually. I really love the thought of that, because the one that I made is like the most comfortable thing that I own. It's like big and squishy, and I really need to show you guys. I think I showed it to you a long time ago, and I need to write it up badly because it's like probably one of my most favoriteest things I've ever made. I really like it. Anyway, I need to stop talking about that and talk about this, because yeah. So they had 9 of these, so I got all 9 of them. Again, like Scarfie, this is a wool and acrylic blend, but this is 70% acrylic and 30% wool. It is listed as a medium 4. There's 5.3 ounces, 150 grams, 229 yards, and 210 meters. And these were normally $8.99 for like any of the fireplace comforts were $8.99, and they were all reduced to $2.24. $2.24 for these gorgeous, like, look how I have paid full price. Like when these were new colors, I mean, I'm sure I probably had the 30% off sale going on, but otherwise I've paid full price for these. Like, I love these. I love these. So, I mean, without doubt, I will use them. I reach for stuff like this all the time compared to some other yarns even. Like, I love these yarns. So I knew that I felt no guilt grabbing these. I'm sorry, but I didn't. Oh, I can't even stop touching them now. Like, I love these. And then the last one I got, which they had full, every single section of these were absolutely full. It didn't even look like anybody touched any of them. I only picked the color that I wanted the most because I've never tried it, even though I'm pretty sure this is also basically the feel of Scarfy. But B, like I said, I've never like worked with it. So like the pattern's going to be different. You'll see in a second. But I only picked the one color because I was trying to, I already knew I was taking all of that fireplace comfort. So I left this for others. This is Stripe Hype, and this particular one is in the color Mustard Gray. This is also a wool acrylic blend, but this is 80% acrylic and 20% wool. But look at the color, look at the, oh, so gorgeous. And this is also listed as a medium 4-weight yarn, 3.5 ounces, 100 grams, 265 yards, 242 meters. It is normally $4.29, and it was on sale on clearance for $1.07. All of these were on, like all of the colors were on clearance also for these. So it's like these and these, every single color. Like they're just getting rid of their roving yarns, which makes me really sad. Maybe they're just gonna do new colors. I don't know, but I hope they're gonna have more of them, especially this one. Yeah, but anyway, I digress with my woes. There was, like, every color of this one has gray in it, but there was like mustard, which is the one I got, obviously. There was like mint instead of mustard. There was, I think, white. There was maybe light gray. I think there was like 4 or 5 other colors besides this one. But they were all fairly neutral. Like this is probably one of the lesser neutral. I don't know. But they all were gray and some other color. So yeah, I just thought I want to see how it works up. I don't really know how long of striping is in it because I have not worked with it before. And I knew if they were getting rid of it, I probably wouldn't be able to work a lot with it. Obviously, like in the future, I mean. But they had 9 of them, so I grabbed all 9. I figured that's a pretty decent project. This might be a good Gramps pocket shawl too. I really need to show that to you guys. But that is actually everything that I got. I think, like I said, it was 4 bags, but she didn't like stuff them full. And it was, this time around, it was less than $100. I think it was like $90 roughly for everything. So, much better than my usual, shopping for the clearance sales. Although I am going to try to see if I can hit the other ones and make it on time for any of them. I'm really just hoping to find I'm hoping to find like more of this and any more of any of these or more of like these, kind of just more of the ones that I have, and then more colors of these, and maybe those rainbow striped hand-dyed yarns. But that's like just bigger quantities basically of the stuff that I got. I'm pretty happy as far as finding what I found. Yeah. So, how have you guys fared if you have participated? I know some of you guys don't have Hobby Lobbies where you are, and I'm sorry because that sucks, because I know this is like a big fun event for everybody that can get to it. And it is fun. Like, it's fun to go find like the good deals and And this event alone is why I always say, like, I know I'm not gonna stick to a yarn ban each year, like anything clearancey, I'm not going to, aside from the fact that I want to, like, when new yarns come out, I want to show you guys and be able to, like, order new yarns and show you guys too. So I know that it's not something I'm going to stick to as far as just not getting anything. But I guess that just means I get to do more giveaways, right? So, all right. I won't keep you any longer, but hopefully you liked what you saw. I wasn't able to film in the aisles I had planned to, but like, there were other people also in the aisles, and I didn't want to film anybody, and it was kind of a mad dash, because everybody was like, oh, what are they getting? Oh, what are they getting? Like there was one lady where I had started at this one end of mine, and she had started at one end of hers, and I think I would not have gotten some of the stuff I'd gotten if she had started on my end, and I didn't get some stuff because she had started at the other. You know what I mean? Like, I think we were at the same time going through the aisle and grabbing stuff. So that's just the way it worked out. But I definitely would have had her on camera by accident if I had been filming. So I could not do it. Yeah. I will let you guys know by the end of the week, or maybe by next week, if I manage to hit any other sales. But honestly, if I don't, I'm pretty happy with what I did get. But I will put out that call if anybody wants to sell or trade for some Halloween yarn or maybe some Mad Max yarn. But anyway, all right, so I'm gonna go. I hope that you did enjoy looking at my pretty yarn. I enjoyed showing it to you. And yeah, I will talk to you later. Okay? So I love you guys, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye, guys.